I've always been a unique person, you know what I mean? Sort of laid back in a way, but very adamant and very passionate about what I believe. I think a lot of times that sort of throws people off because they don't expect me to have the mindset or the process of thought that I do. And so when you come in to watch my channel, you may hear a myriad of thoughts and ideas that could be different from others. What I want you to do is just sit back, like, share, and subscribe. To receive instant notification each time I upload, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification.
Helping you along the way. Helping you to make it through another day. Yeah. Everything you need to know that you never knew, that you need to know. Lockhart Perspective.
Well, hello and good afternoon to everyone. I want to welcome you to Wednesday. It's hump day. Are you not excited? I'm excited, man. It's like, gee whiz. It feels like, yeah, I'm glad. And that means this week's almost over. Yeah, it does. So today we are talking about putting yourself first. You know, I mean, we rarely do it. And especially if you're a provider or if you're a nurturer. I mean, you know what I mean? We can go through a lot of stuff, but we never ever put ourselves first. And sometimes I think it's because we think that's selfish, but somebody's taking from us. So who's selfish? I think it's time for every one of us. And today we're going to look at a couple of things that actually help us to keep ourselves a little bit more relaxed. Takes us away, like that old commercial that we used to see a long time ago with the person just resting. So, yeah, we're talking about putting yourself first today. Gosh diggity, doggone it, Ronnie.d.Mann. I can't say doggone it, I forgot. I got to find another term. Gee Willikers. Yes, Ronnie.Mann theme song always sticks in my head. Mine too. Absolutely the pioneer. That's right. So you know what we're looking at? Does anybody want to do a drum roll? Anybody got a drum roll? Amy, you got a drum roll? Mama Bear, Papa Bear, how about you? The pioneer, Marty Lauderdale, or Deb Woods. Does anybody got a drum roll for the sister? So I can tell you guys where we're starting. Believe it or not, you guys already know that as a owner of several salons over the several years of my life, the one thing that I always made sure was when I'm shampooing hair, I'm massaging. When I'm finishing up a manicure, I'm massaging. If I'm done with a pedicure, I give a great massage. Even when I hug real tight because those things take away all of the stress. They take away all of the distress, and it just makes you feel well. But what we're going to do today is we're going to look at what manicures do, believe it or not, what pedicures do, and then we're going to end with something that I'm certified in, and that is shiatsu facial massage. And we're going to talk about what that does. Now, what does that have to do with Yah? People would wonder. Well, it has a lot to do with him, because if you're not here to do his will, okay, then you can't do your gig. So that's why we're looking at taking care of yourself, so that as you go through day by day, remember, I think we started off another program like this, but we were dealing with something else. Today, I'm going to show you guys the importance of understanding exactly what it is to get a manicure, to get a pedicure, to get yourself together. Let's take a quick look here. I'm going to start with the hands, because I'm going to end with I'm certified in all of it, because I'm a master for all of it. I'm a master for each one, every single thing, from cutting hair to all of it. But the thing that I do really well is the shiatsu facial massage. And we're going to end with that. So let's look at the hand reflexology chart. Okay, we're going to look at that together. This is the hand reflexology chart. You can see there is the right hand. You can see there is the left hand. But let me tell you how awesome the Most High Yah is. He created our body, and the deal is that every single part of our hand and our fingertips and the nails and all that good stuff, it governs a certain area of the body. And that is remarkable to know. And so what we're doing is when we go and we get a massage, or we get let's say we went to go get a manicure, and there's a big difference between a manicure and having, the false nails put on. I mean, if that's something that you want to do, hey, I've done it before. I like them. I think they're very pretty and they serve their purpose. But there's a difference between having a manicure and going to get your nails did. When you get your nails did, that's when you come up with all the pretty bedazzling and all that stuff. But this hand reflexology chart shows you a lot. And these are going to be some tips that you'll be able to use for yourself in your private time so that you can relieve some stress in certain areas of the body. Now, if you look over here at let's look at the right hand first, okay? And we're going to start from I guess we can start from the thumb. Let's start from the thumb. Right in here, it tells you that this is the pituitary, right in that little part, right there at the tip, in the center of the ball of the thumb. That is the pituitary gland. So I would imagine, and I'm going to tell you that by applying pressure in that area, it is actually stimulating that particular part. So really, this whole entire reflexology chart, wherever you apply the pressure, sometimes you can apply pressure in a certain area and it'll be sore. That's because there's some stuff going on. So again, listen, I'm going to say this, not again, but I'm going to say this. This is not anybody telling you to go do something. I'm not a medical professional at all. But what I am telling you is there are benefits to getting your manicure. And we're looking today at some of those parts of the body that will be relieved of stress whenever you go and get your body did. All right, so the thumb there, we're looking at the pituitary, and then that little green part right there is the thyroid. That's the thyroid. Yeah, and then the green part up under it, that's your parathyroid. There's your parathyroid, there's your thyroid, and then these are glands in here. See that right there? Right directly under your parathyroid, those two glands. There's these two little glands that are right there. And believe it or not, right up under that is the kidney. Okay? Right up under that is the kidney. Here is the small intestine, which is that center red piece up under the hand. We're going to go back up to the next finger in a second, but we're going to down the center. Okay? So this right here is the small intestine. This on the side is, this is both right and left, is the bladder. And this right here, that little pretty red piece that looks like a little arch. Okay? This little pinkish piece above the red is the ascending colon. And up under that, that would be right there where your bracelet would go, is your sciatic nerve. And that's on both sides. Okay? Now, if we look at the index finger, we're talking about why it's important to do self-care, why it's important to go get your manicure. I know we get our nails did, but this is a manicure we're talking about. So you want to make sure that whoever is doing this is that they're giving you a good massage too. Sometimes you have to pay a little extra and say, hey, listen, after you're done pushing back the cuticles and showing me the lanula and all that pretty stuff on my hands and, rubbing it down with the lotion, would you mind, please, can I pay additional for a nice massage? So if we look here, on the index finger, and again, it's going to be on both. So the index finger, the head and brain. The index finger is the head and brain, and that's the first and second digits. Right up under that pink piece is the teeth. All of our teeth. Right there on that index finger, that's the teeth. On the middle finger, well, let me go back down. We'll go down. We'll do both the index and the middle. On the eyes, you'll see that's right in the center on the middle finger. So you see how important getting a nice massage is. It's okay to take care of yourself. It's fine. It's fine to go and have a professional manicure done. It's okay. See that? See all the benefits you get? And look down here on the bottom of the index finger. That is the orbital cavity. This little blue line right there on the index finger is the orbital cavity. Immediately below that is the esophagus. See that blue line right there? That's sort of like the band over the whole hand. That is the esophagus. And the pretty bright blue there in the center are the lungs. The diaphragm is right below that. Okay. And on the second, the third, the second finger, but the third digit on the hand, fourth digit on the hand, is going to be the ear right there where your ring finger is. That first little bend of the hand, that's your ear. Okay. And that's also on the pinky, which will be that little purple part right here. That's going to be the ear as well. So you've got the solar plexus that's in the center of the hand. On the right hand is the solar plexus. On the right hand, which is the center, right above the adrenal. Right above the adrenal. This pretty little brown spot right here, that's the adrenal. And above it is the solar plexus. Now if we go to the outside, going into the pinky, okay, remember on the pinky as well as the ring finger, you've got the ear, right? But then right below that, you got the arm and the shoulder, and that's this part right here. And that's the right hand. Up under that, we said it was the adrenal. Look at the little orange right there. You see that big orange piece? That's the liver, and in the center of that is the back of the knee. Now, you see here kidney? Right up under where it says there's a gland on that right hand, that's the kidney. See here? Kidney goes right there. That's on the right hand. And again, we've already touched the ascending colon, and the sciatic nerve is where you wear your bracelet. Okay? So this is the hand. And as we look here, we see the head, the brain, the teeth, the eyes, the orbital cavity, the esophagus, the lungs, the diaphragm, the pituitary, and the stomach is in here. Right there where you would close your hand. Right there, that's the stomach. Okay? And we've already touched the thyroid on the thumb and the parathyroid at the base of the thumb. All right? So you can see on both right and left hand how important it is to have a massage for your hands, for your manicure. When you're doing your manicure, even if you're at home and you're stressed and it feels like you just can't take it anymore, you just want to rub your hands, and you want to rub in the area that you want to stimulate, okay? And it really does work. Trust and believe it does. So that's going to be the hand reflexology chart. Again, this video is by no stretch of the imagination a video that is going to replace your physician. I am not a doctor. Okay, I am simply a master cosmetologist who thought that it would be really good today to share with you guys something that I felt everybody needs, and that is just taking care of yourself once and for all, right? So these things that I'm sharing with you are just things that you can get on the internet, that you can pull down yourself, and you can listen to, and you can watch, I should say, and you can listen to this back if you choose to, all right? But this chart is simply to help you learn how to relax if you're at home, or when you go to the spa, tell them that you want to, that you'd like to have a massage on your hands as well. So this is the importance of a very good manicure. Again, not getting your nails did, because it's nothing wrong than having, with having the bling, because sometimes you do see me and I got my blingage going. All right. But it's really a good thing to have something like this done after you get your manicure. It's really good to have this done right before you do anything else to the hands. It's really important, okay, to have something like this done after, you want to do this first and then you'll go into the blinkage. And sometimes you may not even want to get the blinkage after. Sometimes you just may want to ask them to buff out the nail after they've done the cuticle or whatever. I really recommend not doing a lot of adding stuff to your body after you've done something like this. In other words, you may not want to go get the monomer and all that polymer and all that other stuff put together to build a nail on top of this. If you have a hand massage and they have done a really good job with the manicure and all that good stuff, have them buff the nail out. And that's my professional opinion, is that you have them buff the nail out with a nice buffing cream and pull the fingers, do something really nice to help you. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Pull the fingers, do something good, and take the time to really, really help strengthen that nail. Now, there's one important thing that you're going to want to know about your hands. Your hands can tell a lot about your health. Obviously, now that we've looked at the right and the left hand on this reflexology chart, your fingernails tell a lot about your health. Did you know that? If the nails are flat, it can tell you one thing. It can tell you things about, obviously, it can tell you things about your heart. It can tell you things about all different parts of your body. So you're going to want to get one of these nice charts, and you're going to want to keep them at home. You're going to want to glance at them, and you're going to want to make sure that whatever area of your body you need to take care of, you look at this chart and reflect on it. Look at it often. And that's a good thing. So now we're going to look at, obviously, if we've already touched the hand, we got to touch the feet. We got to touch the feet. So let's go on ahead and take a gander at that. I hope you guys found some use in this. And, I think that right now, this is a really good time for us to learn how to take other things that we don't normally use, things that we would not think that would be good for us, and use them. It's really good. And listen, sometimes you can do your own massage for your hand, for your own manicure, even though, I'm talking about, putting yourself first. Maybe you don't have the finances to go to a nice place and get a hand manicure. Well, you can get some of those items that you need from a nice little store. Sometimes you can go to the dollar store. Sometimes you can go to Sally and you can pick up your nice emery board. You can pick up a very nice orange wood stick. You may want to get yourself a nice oil, like almond oil is always good to massage and put into the hands. Any good natural oil is always good to put on your hands. You do want to use lotion, but sometimes the body does need some of those healthy oils that you can get. Olive oil is really good. I love almond oil. I keep almond oil. I have grapeseed oil. I have a lot of different oils, and I will drop just a couple of drops of an oil like this right here. You guys saw that one thing I did that day talking about how great the cinnamon was? Well, right here I have an essential oil that's peppermint. And there are a load of things that are good with that. When it comes down to keeping a budget, it's really good for us to say, okay, well, listen, you know what? Maybe this month, as far as self-care is concerned, I don't have it. So I'm going to take care of the family like we always do as nurturers, right? I want to have something smell a little different. So maybe I'm going to take a little bit of my allowance and I'll put it over here, and maybe I'll get just a little bitty, my favorite jar of essential oil. If you're a person like me, I love rose essential oil. I love essential oils crazy anyway. I mean, I got a big box of stuff, and I just keep everything in there that I might like. And I drop it into those oils that I'm telling you about, the carrier oils, and it makes a really good massage for your hands. And you do want to go up to your wrist and to the for yourself personally, up to your elbow, because there's benefits in that as well. Sometimes just taking a little bit of a walk and massaging in those areas will relax you and get you on to the next stage, because that's really what it's all about. It's about learning how to just put in a few minutes of time to take care of yourself in that short amount of time, and then moving on to the next few minutes, right? Because we don't always have time for us to stop and do a whole bunch of stuff, right? Okay, so now that we've seen that nice chart, we're going to go on ahead and we're going to look at the foot reflexology chart. And you'll be amazed that you looked at the hands and we saw what that did, but let's take a look at the foot reflexology chart and see where it picks up where the hands left off. Did it pick up where the hands left off? Let's see. I'm going to pull this up to about 175 just so that we can corporately together answer the question. We'll look at that. Okay, look at that. That's the right and that's the left foot. But look at what it covers. All of these little toesies are the frontal sinus. So the pedicure portion is important for self-care too, for taking care of ourselves. It's important as well. You see that? Every one of the little tops, every one of the tops. And I'll also let you know that what that chart that we were just looking at for the hands on the very tips of your nails, if you press that, that is your sinus as well. That's the rear portion. Yeah, right there on, if you take the whole fingernail, let me see if I can go back over there and show you. Okay. All right, it doesn't show here, but it does on this one. Nah, we're not even going to go there. We're going to leave that alone. But what I'll tell you is that if you squeeze those tops of your fingers, that's your sinus. That's the rear portion, okay, of the sinus. But anyway, here we've got the eyes for the that longer toe, not the big one, but the one next to it that would look like your index, I guess. I don't know. That middle one, that one there. This and this, these are both together your eyes. Okay? This, on this side of the big toe, is your trigeminal nerve. Do you see that? So the feet have just as much importance as the hands. Every single part of our bodies is just so miraculously made. All right? Okay. This is the cerebrum right in here on this side. This is the nose right in here, immediately under. Okay. See that? There's the brain stem. There's the neck. Hypotension point is right in here, this little red dot. Hypertension point. The parathyroid gland is here outside the big toe. And then the thyroid is in the center, right where if you were to follow in between that big toe and the longer finger toe. You know, some people now, you know what? Some people do got the finger toe. That toe right there is bigger than anything. But nonetheless, you slide right down in there, and that's the thyroid gland. So you can already see the benefits of having a healthy pedicure, right? Look right in here in the arch area, right in that region. You've got the stomach, the celiac plexus. You've got the thyroid, the duodenum, the kidney, all right? The uter, which is urethra, all right? The bladder, all right? The insomnia point is here. The genitalia area or the gonad area is here, and the sciatic nerve is here. And on the opposite foot, you have the, starts with an A, I can't say it here. I don't even know why, but can't. Again, your insomnia point here. And then that gland there again, and then the sciatic nerve. On the outside, if you come on the, let's do the left foot. Again, you've got the eyes, you've got the ears, okay? The trapezius here, the lung and the bronchia here. You've got the supraadrenal gland there, the heart, the spleen, the transverse colon, the descending colon, the small intestines, and the sigmoid colon, and the one that starts with an R that they would trip if we say it here. Trippy, I don't know why, but they would. But that's on that side, okay? Over here, you have some of the same things all the way down, but it changes right here after you get to the intestines or the small intestines. You've got a valve that's called the Ileocecal Valve. Now, believe it or not, that's literally on the right side of your body. And if you were to put your hand right above your where the joint of the leg, the thigh is, right in there, up above, there is this little valve. And sometimes that valve can stick open. You can literally tell that valve to shut after you've taken, gotten all the stuff that's in it out. You can literally talk to it and tell it, you can say, hey, ileocecal valve, shut, close, so that it doesn't stay open. You got another valve that's in the gut. That's like I think it's the valve of Houston. That one can stay open sometimes too, and it can cause you some problems with indigestion, gas, and stuff like that. These are things that are really just uncomfortable. Okay. And this is the cecum appendix right here. Okay. Right there. So it's very important to make sure that while we are taking care of ourselves and while we are putting ourselves first, that we understand that these parts of our body have a very, very important feature. These are things that you can do that are inexpensive, that you can do at home. All you've got to do for your feet, for example, if you don't have the money to go and have somebody else do this for you, you can take a nice ball with your socks or your feet clean, and you can just rub that ball up under the feet, and it'll begin to stimulate all the parts of your foot, all the parts of your body. A nice ball. I mean, you could even take something as odd as a lemon, believe it or not, a very firm, big lemon, and put a sock on and do that, believe it or not. All right? Or you don't have to have the sock, whichever one. But I'm here to tell you that that's the beginning of putting yourself first. Believe it or not. Again, we're talking about the fact that we may not have money, we may not have time, we may feel guilty, because a lot of us, especially moms, sometimes we feel like, well, gee whiz, I just feel guilty when I go out and I spend a lot of money on myself. I have my house to think about, I've got the kids to think about, I've got my spouse to think about, or whatever. And then all of a sudden you're thinking to yourself, gee, I need a break. My body is breaking down. I feel tired. Well, these are things that you can do. Call the tow truck, TOE. See, my homegirl's in the house. Sandiera says, she said, call the tow truck. I know that's right. Okay. You say you can pick up the dirty laundry, etc., off the floor with your toes. Whoa, y'all got the tow trucks going on. Hey, Frank, how's it going? Yeah. Hello to everybody. I want to let you guys know that if we don't see your comment, sometimes it's that we literally don't see the comment. So you guys just do the math on what I just said. And make sure you guys go to the community tab. How are you doing, Monique 2C? Okay, how you doing? Yes, for under your feet. Sharon Marie, hey, how you doing there today, pretty lady? Looking for moose? Sounds like an adventure at Deb Woods. I don't know what y'all got going on. But y'all got something going on with the tow truck. Right, Mama Bear, Papa Bear? So I just want to tell you guys that this is something that you can do. It doesn't cost you anything, especially like you say, if you've got one of those small balls that you use to squeeze on the hand, you can use that under the foot. It has to be something firm enough to massage and to get it done, right? These are ways to de-stress your body that don't cost you a coin. But if you elect to go and get it done, that's wonderful. What you want to make sure is that it's a clean place, that the place has got a very good rating, and that they're not just slapping some stuff on your body and then sending you out the door. Now, I want to give a word of suggestion to folks who, again, this is not in any way, shape, or form a replacement for going to see your physician. We do not endorse any type of, anything here. That's not what we do, but we're just giving some tips and we're just family talking. But if you are going to go and get your feet done any place, for example, and you are a diabetic, you want to make sure that you're careful. And if you're not, you still want to make sure that you're careful. Why? Because you don't want anything going into the feet. Listen, the skin is the largest eliminative organ that you have. The skin is the largest eliminative organ you have. Conversely, it's the largest vacuum as far as organs are concerned. So anything that goes there goes directly to the bloodstream, which is the reason why for the feet, for it as an example, you can use garlic. Garlic is good to put on the feet, and it can do a lot of great stuff to your body. Okay, look that up. And so anything that goes on it is going right into. So you want to make sure that if you're going someplace that they're clean, that they're state board registered, and that the board for the state that you live in is giving them a great thumbs up, and said, all right, we give you our approval, you good. You can work here, you can be in our city, you can be in our state. So you're going to want to make sure that, but these are really good ways now that you know what they are. If you are going to get them done professionally, just knowing what each part of the foot and hand have in them, what each part has in them, that ought to tell you to choose whose hand you shake wisely and where you get them manicured, as it were. Where you get your hand and your feet manicured, And I'm using manicure in the sense of manicuring something, like, your lawn. So when you go get your hand and your feet done, you're going to want to make sure that it's a good place, especially now that you see that it's the sinuses, and it's the eyeballs, and it's the colon, and it's all that good stuff. Okay, so that's one part there. And then also it should show us why we should not shake hands all the time with people. I'm gonna leave that there. Think on that. All right, so now we're coming into my world of what I do as far as your face. Let me give this to you here. This is a facial massage chart. And this facial massage chart, you see the arrow telling you the direction that everything should be rubbed in. Ladies, if you're using, or even gentlemen, this is for men and women. Everybody needs to relax, right? If you have a very nice moisturizing cream that you use on your face, or you are a person who loves to use essential oils on your skin, on your face, then you're going to want to look at the way the direction of this chart goes. You'll look at the direction that these arrows go, because this is the way that you need to rub your skin. You can use the ball of your fingertips. There is, you can either do tapotement, which is the tapping of the face. All right. There are different types of techniques that you will do in the skin of the face that will actually help the skin become rejuvenated, that will keep it looking very young. You will find that people will look at you and say, oh my gosh, you don't look your age, because you've taken the time to put your creams on your skin in the appropriate manner. Always start with clean skin. Always start with your face being very, rid of any dirt. Always. In the morning and in the evening, you should definitely be using something, a nice solvent on your skin to break up all of the toxins from the night. As you rest, your body is tossing off all of that stuff. And when you get up in the morning, even if you may have, taken care of yourself the night before, when you wake up the next morning, you notice there's a thin layer of this little film. Well, that needs to be broken up by something that's a surfactant of some type. It needs to be. You need to break that up with something. And some people would argue that, oh no, I'll just get up and I just throw water and I go, okay, well, that's fine. But then later, because the pores are just like a little baby bag, they'll begin to hold the stuff that you didn't take care of, and it will actually change the shade of the skin. It can actually make your skin look droopier, because just like a bag, they get bigger and bigger and bigger as toxins and things fill in them. All right. And so if you're not moving that stuff out by cleaning it every morning when you wake up, it begins to just compress. And so you'll find that the face looks like you have more jowls than you think you do, because you don't have them. You really think you're like, I don't have this many. Well, then you're right, you don't. But it's because the pores on the skin are exactly like a paper bag. Everything you put in it or you don't take out, it's there. So make sure that in the morning you're cleansing well. And then some people want to argue whether it's a toner or whether you need something like a witch hazel or you need something else. Sometimes, to believe it or not, as long as it's something that will carry the next step, which after the cleanser, if people want to use a toner, you can. If people want to use, I personally, I don't use toners. I use balancing softeners on my skin. And so the balancing softener, generally I use the Shiseido's balancing softener. And it is soften, and it's softener. It's a softener. So I will use the softener on my face, and after I do that, I will then go in with whatever cream I'm going to use. Now, if I'm using a some type of serum, that serum's going to go on because it's going to start to suck. It'll pull below the surface of the skin like a vacuum. Anything that you put on after you put that softener, or in your case, if you like a toner, whatever you put on top of that toner goes immediately in this below the surface of the skin really, really quickly. And so you want to put your most important thing there first, after the softener or the toner. And then on top of that, you may build your moisturizer. Now, a lot of people say, I don't need moisturizers. I've got greasy skin. I have oily skin. Well, if you got oily skin, you do need a moisturizer, because a moisturizer is water, moisture, i.e. water. And the best skin is balanced skin, which is equal amounts of oil from the sebaceous gland and equal amounts of water that you put in your body. Okay, so you do need that moisturizer. But as it relates to putting on any of those things, generally you're going to press in the majority of your serums. And then if you're using let's say for example, you have purchased a massage cream. This is a facial massage cream right here. You see that? This is something that has enough slip to be used on the face and the eye area, but it will not harm the face or the eye area. What is harm the face or the eye area? Things that are harsh, things that when you begin to pull, you're pulling down on the face. Even though you see this chart and you see that massage gel I just showed you, you put that on the skin, but if you're using it in the directions that it shows here, it literally builds vitality. On the sides of the face, where you have the ear, that is your equilibrium. So you're going to want to make sure you pay attention to that area. You're going to want to make sure that you are massaging around the orbital bone, which is this eye area, in the direction that it shows, using only the middle finger to bring relief to your face. You only tap with your right finger, with your right or your left ring finger. Right or left ring finger in the orbital bone area where your eye is. That is only the right or left ring finger. And you go in toward the bridge of the nose. From here to here. Here is the eye here. Here is this portion here. But you're tapping. You are tapping all around the eye with your ring finger. Okay? Here you'll see that around the mouth area, you will start in the center below the lip, and you're going to carry that around. And then in the jaw area, you're going to lift that up, and you'll go back and forth from here to here, from here to here, from ear to ear. But you have to make sure that whatever you're using has a decent enough amount of slippage to it so that it does not pull the skin. You never want to go down on your skin. You never want to pull down. I see a lot of people on some things talking about, oh, rub down. I'm like, no, you don't do that. There was an old French idea that rubbing down on the skin was healthy for it. And then this is from the Japanese. That's who certified me to do this. And so you do not want to rub down on your skin unless, of course, you want to look 80 when you're 40. You do not want to rub down. As you can see under the neck area, everything is coming up. Everything is sweeping up. Everything is sweeping up. Conversely, when you are doing your décolleté, you're rubbing away from the heart. You're rubbing up and away from the heart. Your décolleté is below the collarbone and above the collarbone. Below your neck and above the collarbone to the top of the breastbone, that's going to be your décolleté. All of that goes up and away from the heart. Up and away from the heart. Always. Always. So these are just some things that I thought I would share with everybody today to just sort of help us understand the whole importance of putting ourselves first and what it means and what it isn't. And what it means and what it isn't. It doesn't mean that we're spending $1 bazillion. It means that both men and the women, we are able to do this. Again, you can do these things at home if you don't have a lot of money, but you have, but I'll give you an example. If you want to start yourself a nice pedicure, believe it or not, it's as simple as a fancy foot soaker, and it's as inexpensive as a clean bucket that you bought from the dollar store specifically to put 1 foot in each, because you need to do it at all by all costs necessary. At all costs. Doesn't matter. You just do it by all means necessary. So you wouldn't bought yourself 2 buckets or 1 bucket, a foot per bucket from the dollar store because you really need to relax and you ain't got it like you used to. Maybe you're somebody, both man or woman, and you used to go and get this stuff done all the time, but now you can't. Well, it's okay. You can still do these things. All right. And it's really good to massage your ankle area once you're done with your foot bath. Now, the thing is that a lot of times people aren't going to do this. But don't you know that spouses can do this for one another? And it's very relaxing. Literally, while you're rubbing somebody else's foot, you feel your own body relaxing because it's a reciprocation. You reciprocate that way. And so I just wanted to make sure that you guys are putting yourselves first in every single way. Don't allow a day to go by where you take for granted the fact that you're here on this planet and you're not doing the things that it takes to massage yourself or to relax yourself, to make sure that you're meditating daily. Meditating on our Father's word in conjunction with all of this is what we need. And right now, you guys, there's a lot of us who can't afford to go get some things done. So this is an easy way to still take care of your loved one, take care of yourself, because I know a lot of us are not going to do this to ourselves first. A lot of us, because we are nurturers, we're going to do it for somebody else. Frank says here, I'm going to get some Epsom salt. And let's talk about the excellent thing about Epsom salts. Epsom salts, they are wonderful for a bath. They take away fatigue. They take away the pain, and, they help you to rebuild. Epsom salt is exceptional. I'm not even sure if it says good stuff for a sprain too. Yes, that's right, Deb. It is. It's very good for a sprain. It really is. And it helps you to relax. So right now, because we're in this situation where we're constantly going, we don't know where we came and we don't know when we left. We're just total going, just total. Go, without any end, it appears. And so we got to stop sometimes. Sometimes we just got to stop. You bought Epsom salt today. You know what? I bought Epsom salt and it was at the CVS, and I got some, and they were the Dr. Teals. There you go. I had the Dr. Teals. Yes, I got Dr. Teals from Walmart. And then there is that's the one with the blue border, the lavender. I got the lavender. And it really is good. Yes, there you go. Yes, you said it right here. Lavender. Yes. Yes. I want to thank all of you guys. Please hit the thumbs up if you're watching right now or in the replay and you like what we're doing and you like what we're talking about today. Please share and please hit that like button. That will help the channel out a great deal. So yeah, wonderful salts that come in lavender too. Exactly. Eucalyptus. There are things that we can do to take care of ourselves, and we don't have to spend a lot of money. Thank you, Marty Lauderdale, for putting up the information for our PayPal as well as my Cash App. I appreciate that, and Patreon. So for everybody who has given to me and helped me out in my Cash App, y'all bless you, who has taken care of me, Deb Woods and Marty Lauderdale and everybody who blesses me through the PayPal. Thank you. That goes directly to my bottom line, and that is a blessing. And then also, if you want to put it here, you definitely can. I appreciate that too. All right, so there's 13 and 16. You guys be on it, Mama Bear, Papa Bear. So yeah, you got Dr. Teals as well. All righty. That's what I have. Dr. Teals, yeah. Yep. And then you know what? Back in the day, I used to, when I was rolling in the dough, I used to use a Hava. You are welcome, pretty lady. I used to use a Hava. And a Hava was really good. And it was the Dead Sea. They said it was from the Mediterranean over there with the thumb-shaped country. And, they would take it and boy, oh boy, when I'm telling you, you'd be so relaxed because of the benefits that are in that sodium. All right. Some people go there and actually get into that Dead Sea and they can float. They become buoyant and all that stuff. Put yourself first. Doesn't that sound anti-biblical? Here's some help. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. One can't truly love without knowing how to love oneself. Absolutely, Ronnie, man. Absolutely. You have to learn to love yourself. That's so important. And that's what we're talking about today. We always talk about how they tell you on the airplane, make sure that you put your oxygen mask on first, and then after you do that, then you assist the children or elders or one people around you. It's important to rub and to make sure that you go and you get your manicures, and if you can't afford to, head on over to the dollar store, honey. Head on over there to that Dollar Tree. Head on over there and get you some stuff and take care of yourself because it's nothing like it, right? Get some tea. You can get, you know what, the Dollar Tree, believe it or not, had some celestial herb teas at one time. I'm not sure if they just maybe got a big, shutdown on it or what they call them, the buyouts or whatever, but they had a whole boatload of them. And so I suggest you creep on over there and see if they still have any. But, getting some nice teas or whatever. The tea that I use mostly are those, they're not Bigelow. I think some are Bigelow, but I just, any kind of tea that is, well, Celestials, I don't think they're non-GMO anymore. But anything that is non-GMO tea, those are good teas. And I like also the loose tea. Now, also, my sister made a great tea for me about a month ago, Sonia Man. And man, oh man, I want to tell you, those tea bags will last. You can literally use one tea bag for an entire day for 3 to 4 cups of tea. And if you use a small cup, you might be working on the next day with it. Because I use those big, gigantic cups. But if you're using like a regular standard 8-ounce size, you may get about 6 uses out of one of her tea bags. And when I tell you they are good, whoa. I'm a tea person. I love teas. And as you know, I love essential oils and I love all that stuff. I love my soap. I like to get the lavender. I like the Dr. Bronner's salsa, so I get the lavender. I'll get the lavender. Right now I have the peppermint. I also use their eucalyptus. I like all of their stuff. All of their. Yes, I've got the turmeric and ginger tea right now in the pantry. And that one whole pantry I have has nothing but teas in it. Nothing but tea in it. Yep, that's it. Mint tea is my favorite. Oh, that's good, Monique, to see. When I lived in Germany, there was a wild mint growing outside, and we would pull the mint off and go in and wash it, and then put it in a steep it with hot water and a little bit of honey. Yes, hot tea with a little honey. We sure would, and that would be very relaxing and just open you right up. So I'm glad we had the time to talk to each other because some of these things are really good to talk about. Debbie Carson says that I use hemp soap as well as the bar under $5. That sounds good. Hemp soap is always amazing. I think I like that. I grow 2 different kinds of mint. You better go, Mama Bear and Papa Bear. Oh, yummy. I bet that was amazing. Yes. But getting back over here to what Debbie Carson says. Where are you getting said hemp soap? Where are you finding that? I had that hemp lotion over at Cosmoprof. I'm not sure if they have it at Sally's because I think Cosmoprof and Sally are brother and sister companies. Yeah, they are. But if I go to Cosmoprof, they have a hemp soap a hemp lotion that I get, and they have them. Sometimes they have the special editions that you can't get all the time, which sort of ticked me off because they're so expensive that if you get one, you won't be able to get it again. But anyway, with all that said, they have the local supply stores. Okay, yeah. So do you know about the hemp lotion I'm talking about? It says it in black and it's got the green little bud flower up under it. Debbie, is that the company you're talking about? Because if that's the case, I need to check them out in another month or so, a few more weeks. Oh, yummy. Yep. For the face and the hair. Let me know. My neighbor just gave me some honey from her bees. Oh, how lucky you are. Just think of the great enzymes that are in that. You're allergic to hemp. Boo. I'm sorry to hear that. You got a 6-month supply. Whoa, girl. Go ahead. Well, I'm glad you guys have spent the last 49 minutes with me. If you guys want, we can just talk really quickly, and you guys can just go ahead and pose some questions in the oh, woman of spirit, how you doing today? I didn't see you there. Hi, it is good to see you. She says, I grew several different men. I grew several different men. I have dried those as well as catnip and lemon balm. I add oblong, oh yes, oolong tea. Its properties are good for relaxation and anxiety. I think you mean mint. I grew several different mint. I know that's what you mean. I think you mean mint. Yeah. Yes. But you know what? That what is it? I think, how do you pronounce that oolong tea? That oolong tea? That tea is so good. Woman of spirit. That black tea, barring everything else, that black tea is delicious. And lemon balm is delicious. I love both. So you say try CVS for the hemp lotion, okay? And the organic, I did leave some for others. Lady M says, Deb Woods, what a nice gift from your neighbor. Fresh honey, enjoy. Yes. I knew that's what you meant. I know you meant men. And you saw my cornball self. I'm sitting talking about men. I think they're going men's somewhere. I knew that's what you meant after I reread it. Yes, but that sounds good. That tea, I love black tea. And you know what? It's like each tea has a purpose and a season, doesn't it? It's like when you're not feeling too great or you want to rest, you can get the valerian tea. When you want to get, when you want to just perk up, I like to get anything that has, what is it? I'm distracted because there's people at the door again. It just never fails. So I had to let them know I'm working. But anyway, yeah, when I want to perk up a little bit, anything that's got a lemon in it, like the lemon zinger, and I'm naming companies that I don't even buy anymore because I don't use those. I like the ones that are now just the ones that say, non-GMO and all that stuff. They can say whatever they want, but the fact is I'm trying, right? But then also, just to save a few dollars, sometimes you can buy the loose teas and use the tea ball, the little ball, and put it in there, and that way it'll last longer, right? That way it'll last a little longer, even though it may cost a little bit more from the beginning, but over time you are ending up with a better deal, if that makes any sense. Okay, let's see. All right, hit the like button. Thank you kindly. Okay, 13 and 17 watching. Yeah, bless you. Marty Lauderdale, you laughing, Sharon. Okay. Yep. Marty Lauderdale, too much, right? You need to grow a man. I ain't going to comment on that right now. I probably won't comment on that for a few more months. I'm going to leave that one right there. That's a good one. When my husband deployed to Iraq, he spent time in the UK and soldiers and they drank English tea at all time. And ate peas with everything. Wow. Okay. I know when I was in the UK visiting for a short time, several years ago, they even put the cream in their tea. But if you're a person who puts the lemon in it, Tam, what's going on? Tam out of bubble gum. Oh, no more bubble gum. But hey, lady, I know that we used to put the cream in there, but if you put it in there with lemon, it's gonna curdle, and that's not attractive. Marty Lauderdale says, I removed it because didn't want to appear desperate. And you don't want to attract the wrong kind of cat. And you know what, Tam, listening while driving. Thank you with all that pretty hair on your thumbnail. How you doing, lady? Legs. Good to see you, legs. So, yes, now everybody is loving and hugging on her. All right, woman of spirit, LOL. Now, when I go to my garden, I'll have to see if I'm growing a man. You know what? I don't think we want that garden. You had to take yourself something and hit it so it doesn't sprout up too big. Okay, so hey, Tam, good to see you, dear. Surprised you didn't send it to me, Marty. LOL. And LOL, woman of spirit. Well, you all, we're coming up on 54 minutes and 33 seconds of talking about how to put ourselves first. The final thing that I'm going to recommend and suggest to you guys is that you find the funniest, oldest comic comedic movie that you can find. Whether you have to go all the way back to the slapstick days of, Abbott and Costello, or if you are a person who just likes, like myself, I just love to laugh, but I like dry humor. So get yourself some old movies, or your favorite character that you like to laugh at. Okay? Don't let nobody judge you either. If you're going to laugh, laugh. But I need y'all to laugh, because it makes your heart merry. The word says it makes your heart merry like a medicine. It does your heart good. It does your heart good. Just crack up laughing. That's all. Get yourself, what I like is I like the stupidity of Seinfeld. I'm sorry, Seinfeld has me rolling. Again, we talked about Fred Sanford one time. He has me cracking up. Cracking up. And just laugh. You guys don't forget that if you get somebody to laugh with, that's cool. But if you don't, you always got yourself. And once you get to chuckling and get to giggling and hollering, laugh loud, y'all. Laugh louder. Laugh louder. I want y'all to laugh as loud as you can. Glass flies are great for pedicures and manicures. They buff your nails, and they can be used to exfoliate dead skin. Great tip. Great tip, Sharon Marie. And it is good to laugh. Good to laugh. Thank you, Felicia, and everyone in the chat. Thank you. Woman of Spirit, such a good show today. I enjoyed it so much. I'm glad. It's just something to just be a little easy. Hey, Poppy Love, it's good to see you. How are you? And blessings to you as well. Old Chanda Pierce. Old Chanda Pierce DVDs. Yes, if you still got a DVD player, you are so lucky. Cheech and Chong, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Now you in my lane. They are clowns. Yes, Tam. Yes. Yes. So you guys, when we talk again, I hope you all can come back and tell me about... Everybody, let's do it. Okay? Everybody, let's just do it. I don't care what they say. Let's just go. Everybody do it. Just come on, y'all. Let's go. That is so funny to me that she put all in there. Yes. Just holler. That's all. All right, y'all. You guys take care. And I want to tell you that we all know what we say here on this channel, that man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of the Most High Yah. You guys take care of yourselves, and you take care of one another. Until we see each other again, please continue to be blessed. I've always been a unique person, you know what I mean? Sort of laid back in a way, but very adamant and very passionate about what I believe. I think a lot of times that sort of throws people off because they don't expect me to have the mindset or the process of thought that I do. And so when you come in to watch my channel, you may hear a myriad of thoughts and ideas that could be different from others. What I want you to do is just sit back, like, share, and subscribe. To receive instant notification each time I upload, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification.
Helping